Just like the marvel that is the human body, its functions require the combination of several body parts. An SEO strategy is no less different and significantly requires complementing components to make it a success. That is why this video is titled The Anatomy of the Future SEO Strategy, because each of the different strategies discussed in this video are broken down and associated with the human anatomy to make it easier for you to understand, visualize, and implement them as part of your future SEO strategy. Prior to engaging in any event, enterprise, or a situation, the outcome becomes more favorable when there is a strategy or a concept involved. A strategy becomes even more effective when those planning it understand what to execute at the right time to achieve goals. A well-defined SEO strategy will determine the success of how your website is ranked, especially when it involves continuous improvements and innovations based on the ever-changing landscape of search algorithms. Two of the main components of a strong SEO strategy are the same as they have always been. In 2013, we saw the rise of a third component that probably will become the most important moving forward. With the launch of search algorithms like Google Hummingbird in 2013, search engines are primed to become increasingly smarter at identifying what is shared across the web. This has contributed to the rise of two more components that must be incorporated for your future SEO strategy. It is now more important than ever for businesses to invest in these 5 components as part of their long-term SEO strategy in order to gradually build and improve their online presence and improve search rankings. Thinking in the mindset of the searcher should always be the framework from which content is created and published. A regularly updated blog with well-written, insightful visuals is a great way to garner a reputation for publishing great content, which will attract more inbound links, social media buzz, and positive branding that will lead to increased sales. A dentist may want to talk about the newest treatment on teeth whitening and its clinical trials, but a patient may not find it equally interesting. Instead of the clinical trials, if the dentist talks about the safety of the new treatment and how it is going to improve a patient's overall health and wellness, it will be more engaging than a market-driven post on new treatments. Content should always provide a benefit or value to the reader. Link building strategy is no longer an SEO tactic based on the quantity of hyperlinks featured on other websites to drive traffic to your own website. Many of the web directories that existed simply to facilitate this tactic in the past are either no longer in operation or are blackmarked by all major search engines. Why? Because they never catered to or enforced quality and always depended on quantity and low quality content to boost its own traffic. The quality and reliability of inbound links is a major factor in organic search rankings. However, as with legitimate link building strategy, it requires a significant investment of time and effort to get exposure for your website on other sites that are relevant and provide actual benefit for your reader. This means that when it comes to link building strategy, especially in the age of intelligent search engine algorithms, quality always trumps quantity. Remember how Kodak assumed that the digital picture craze would not catch up and that people would still want to share printed photographs displayed on photo albums? If you are an SEO traditionalist and have taken a while to understand this, then you are already behind the game. while being a tremendous digital spokesperson to interact with customers, clients, and the community while building awareness about your brand and keeping up with your competition, social media is a great platform to drive traffic to your website. Google's newest search algorithm update, Google Hummingbird, is increasingly taking social media authority signals into account when ranking websites. However, social media strategy is different for each company, depending on its target market and the type of image it is trying to disseminate. Because of this, not all available social media pages can be benefit to your company. Therefore, it is very important to find where your target audience is hanging out online and to concentrate efforts on those social networks. If you are a bridal designer, then it is vital you engage your followers on Pinterest. Why? Because more than 70% of Pinterest users are women, and out of that 70%, almost 45% are in the age group of 18 to 34, your target audience. If your company is not already engaging with social networks or has not taken this aspect as part of your SEO strategy, then you are still thinking in the mindset of the Kodak people. Don't let that happen to your company. Mobile SEO strategy should no longer be viewed as a bonus or a supplement to your SEO strategy. They are must-have for 2014 and beyond. Mobile local search volume will surpass desktop local search in 2015, and by 2016, mobile local search will exceed desktop local search by more than 27 billion annual queries. So, your mobile site performance now matters much more to your SEO rankings. Simply put, if you don't currently have a mobile responsive design or a separate mobile optimized version, don't expect your desktop version to rank for mobile search queries. If you don't have a mobile optimized version or a mobile responsive design, then this should be your top priority for 2014. Coming up with a long-tail keyword strategy should also be on your SEO focus for 2014. Again, don't be like the Kodak people. Google Hummingbird will promote specific search queries starting with words like where, what, how, and who higher up in future search rankings. For an example, a dentist may want to concentrate on long-tail conversational keywords such as who is the best dentist in Chicago? Or what can I do to reduce toothache? The second example mentioned, what can I do to reduce toothache, is a great way of driving traffic to your website because it is informational content to directly answer user-generated queries. So, if you're a dentist in Chicago and someone in Australia landed on your website to find a quick remedy for toothache, you may not find a new patient, but a new source of generating traffic to your website and thus improving your search rankings. FAQ, or frequently asked questions page, or even a blog page, is a great method of targeting long-tail keywords. So start creating detailed, specific content via FAQ pages as relevant to your industry that answer specific needs, concerns, and questions of customers, clients, and patients. These 5 components will be and should be the core of your SEO game plan and will be revisited in the rest of the video as it supplements the other components. Next, we move to the mouth, voice, or credibility, which relates to what you communicate over the internet. This has also been neglected by traditional SEO specialists, but will be a fundamental component of any future SEO strategy beyond 2014. You and your creative writers put so much of hours into what you communicate through your digital marketing efforts, and would be a shame if some of this work is reproduced, altered, or copied and republished with no reference to you. In its efforts to safeguard the original creative works of online authors, Google has strategized a scheme known as Google Authorship. The content you produce on your websites, news articles, blogs, and FAQ pages, and tying them to your Google Plus account through Google Authorship will not only strengthen your credibility in search engine results, but will also improve your Google author rank. This will ensure that your original work is not duplicated around the internet. Not aware of what Google Authorship is? These are the search results that are accompanied by an image of the author's Google Plus One profile. As you can see, Google have given more prominence to authored links than those without it. Google Authorship is primed to become a major factor in the future social signals of Google algorithm and will increase its visibility over the course of time. If you find that your competition is already started publishing its blogs, FAQ pages, and company communication tied with Google Authorship, then your competition is primed to enjoy better and increase future traffic through Google Authorship. Tying your web material to Google Plus One account is a very simple process. Search this on Google or talk to your webmaster as to how this can be done. The headgear we wear are not part of the human anatomy, but I could not think of a human body part to describe freshness. So, we've talked about the importance of creating original, relevant, and creative content as part of your SEO strategy. But if your content is not up to date, not hot off the press, and don't have a sort of glitter and glamour that attracts attention, then it lacks a certain freshness. When you're the first dermatologist to publish the long-lasting effects and safety of a new facial acne treatment that was just cleared by the FDA, your article will dominate search results and will stay on top as searchers discover your article again and again. This will positively add to your SEO campaign. Doing the same article several months later or after several other dermatologists have published is not going to yield the same SEO results. So, for the purpose of this video, let's assume that clothes represent part of the body since we wear it all the time. Once your web pages or web page start to rank and traffic starts to deluge through your inbound link strategy, your social media strategy, and through your mobile SEO strategy, does your content portray the sort of image you want your readers to read? Is it in line with your brand strategy? Does it look professional? Does it engage and benefit the searchers? There is a multitude of questions that can be thrown at, and each of these questions can be related to the type of industry you're engaged in. For an example, if you're a doctor and you engage in marketing-driven content or what is known in the industry as over-marketing, then you need to be mindful to do it in a way that don't cheapen your profession and your image as a doctor. Even if your website is sitting on top of search rankings, or you are still struggling to find your way to the first page of search results for the keywords you want to rank, being aware of what your competition is doing will teach you two major components that are essential for your future SEO strategy. And that is what is working for your competition and what is not working for your competition. If your search rankings have dipped in the past few months, then you can get an invaluable amount of information from the competition which overtook you. See what they have done differently than you through their blogs, news communications, FAQ pages, social media, video marketing campaigns, and if they have revamped their website to make it mobile ready. The objective here is not to copy and replicate what your competition is doing, but rather not having to reinvent the wheel. Likewise, this same awareness can also teach you dormant, outdated, traditional SEO practices that are no longer working for your competition that you yourself should plan on shedding from your future SEO strategy. Your personal reputation now matters more than it did years ago because People search those leading and heading the companies they want to do business with. And what they find out affects if they want to do business with you or not. If your name is mentioned on your website as a founder, CEO, director, or any other key title, then you would be best advised to search yourself on the internet and see what you come up with, because those who want to do business with you might do the same. You may be surprised to see that the Facebook picture comment you left for your ex when you broke up 3 years ago ranking as the first search results. So, once you find out what you find out about yourself on the internet, take proactive measures to improve your reputation and fix anything that may harm it. Your eyes should be the vision to figure out what results you want your SEO strategy to bring you based on the realistic conditions that prevails at present. This is a fundamental error most website owners do not realize as the real problem, as they frantically agonize over their inability to jump up the search engine rankings. Let's be realistic. Those who are dominating search rankings for the keywords or phrases you want to rank aren't just about to hand it over to you. They invested a lot of money over several years to get to the top and are investing equally more to stay on top. So what can you do to unseat the top players in search rankings with few resources and in less time? Many of the top ranking websites and SEO companies that got them there have gotten used to traditionalist ideas. They resist change and resist becoming innovators. This is where you become the new player with fresh ideas who can clearly set yourself apart from the competition. The human face is the most significant instrument to understand and communicate feelings. Feelings are an integral part of a human experience, and this holds true when browsing the internet. The primary purpose of your web page or the material you have available online is to coerce people to do business with you or to educate them. To do this, you have to evoke two primary feelings, and that is to establish trust and credibility. Some of the web pages that are ranked well do a very poor job of establishing trust and credibility with a first-time browser. One primary reason for this is the inability to evolve and understand how internet searching and browsing behavior has changed over the years. Search algorithms, web technology, user interfaces have all gone through serious innovations to adapt to the changing behaviors. Unfortunately, traditionalist website owners, webmasters, web designers are still finding it hard to let go of the practices that worked in the past. So how does one establish trust and credibility through a website? To understand this, we must first understand the behavior of a web browser. Take yourself as an example. When searching and browsing on the internet, imagine what strikes first when you visit a website for the very first time. The aesthetic elements of the visuals and how it is presented is what strikes first. If the visuals are cluttered in how it is presented and has no order, it can be very confusing to the browser. Second is the ease of finding the information you were looking for in less time as possible. Many website owners like to indulge in prolonged storytelling as to what they do and how well they do it. This often includes lengthy self-glorifying written content and multiple links to different pages within the website. The third mistake that most website owners do is the lack of engagement in the content presented. So, if your website has no visual aesthetics, is cluttered with too much information, and the information presented has no real value to the browser, then a browser will most likely leave your web page simply because you were not able to create a sense of trust and credibility. So, how can you correct this problem? Become a minimalist and tempt the browser by evoking a wow factor that establishes trust and confidence. Take a look at some of the world's best brand websites like Apple.com, Nike.com, or McDonald's.com and see how becoming a minimalist has worked in their favor. The websites are clean and free of clutter, and are equally true when browsed by mobile devices. A 2-minute video on your index page that features you as the business owner talking directly and introducing your business and what you provide can make a lasting impression for a browser. The video can accompany significant milestones that you achieved over the years, backed by music and visual effects, can establish an immediate trust, and the video itself can be an initial consultation with anyone interested in doing business with you. Testimonials and endorsements from happy customers and clients are great generators of credibility. But when those testimonials are provided in video form, it's absolutely irresistible for a browser. This confirms that what you do and provide is loved by those who received it. A 2 to 3 minute video of several of your customers and client testimonials can go a long way and accomplish much more than self-glorification of what you do. Adopt a video marketing strategy that can propel your SEO to new heights. Find a red-hot topic relevant to your industry, make a video about it, and accompany that video on your blog post. Similarly, if your company attended a live event or hosted a charity event, do a video about it. Make these videos available through social media and embed them on your website. Share them on other social media sites that can make use of your videos with their own audience, and watch how followers will share these links and create a wave of backlinks for your website. Don't be discouraged and think that a video marketing strategy requires significant investment of money. If you already own a smartphone with a good camera, then you already have the equipment you need to get yourself started. Download my free video strategy guide in the link below this video and find out how you can get your video marketing campaign going in no time. Rip the audio of these videos and turn them into podcasts or webinars and transcribe the audios onto PDFs. Hire a writer to turn the transactions into good quality original articles based around the subject matter. Use these articles on article sharing sites, on guest posts, on your own blog, on social media sites, on your own newsletters, and anywhere else you can think of. Recycle them as you think fits best, and you will never run out of quality and relevant content to be shared as part of your SEO. Finally, your SEO strategy needs to propel you and your website to a unique spot in the internet where no one else is standing. This will require a significant investment of time, money, energy, and most importantly, patience on your part. The information presented in this video should be viewed as the first steps taken towards positioning yourself to reaching this ultimate goal. The human body cannot maintain its health and wellness with a singular body part. It needs the collective effort of all its body parts, organs, and muscles. Just like that, an SEO strategy that you need to build to compete in the future marketplace needs complementing components which needs to be understood well before implementation. For more information and updates on internet marketing, video marketing, and SEO, please subscribe this channel. This is Vijit for thevisualcube.com. Thank you for watching.